Okay, I've got a doctor slash face reader, and he's going to be reading Timothy Busfield's face. I don't trust any grown man named Timothy, okay? First of all. Secondly, this doctor says there's a lot of anger in the face. So when you hear Melissa Gilbert, Little House on the Prairie, say that he is the most moral man that she has ever met in her life, that his moral compass is better than anyone else's, that their sexual life is so good and just together, you know, uh, think of those things while this doctor is talking.
Meet Tim Busfield. Really loved him as an actor, loved him in West Wing. He had a small part, but got himself into some hot water here. So let's talk about who he is. I'm using a mugshot, and it's not fair, and yet it is kind of fair because this is where he is right now. So first thing we do is shape of the face, very narrowed face this way. This is kind of a fire face. These people tend to be very oversensitive, too sensitive. And then we look at the right and left eye. The right eye is what we show to the world. It's our public persona, it's our mother's influence. The left is our true inner private self. If you cover up that left eye and just look at that right eye, he's hateful. That's an interesting thing at this point in his life. We shouldn't be seeing that. Now, cover up the right side and just look at that left eye, he's angry. So you put hate and anger together. It's an interesting combination. A little surprised by that. Hairline is kind of uneven. This indicates he was probably a rebellious teen and tends to have a bit of a rebellious streak in him. Forehead, very, very deep lines, and they kind of droop in the middle. This is an intestinal indicator. The fact that they droop indicates he's got a prolapse of his transverse colon. He's pooping uphill. Let's talk about what the emotion when something is deficient, and this is not a deficiency. The emotion is despair. It'd be interesting to see a picture of him not at this point if his lines were not so drooped down, because this is despair. And I'm sure he feels that deeply right now. Temples very indented. Temples represent spleen function, but they also represent your body's ability to be happy. He's not happy. And there's just kind of total lack of joy right now. Eyebrows, unequal heights. And this is a sign that probably had poor parental support growing up, probably a less than stellar relationship with a parent or a step parent. Between his eyebrows, he's got some lines there. These are liver lines. The emotion of the liver is anger. A lot of anger issues going on here, but you can't look at this and not go, what's going on underneath his eyes? Has a caterpillar crawled under the skin and went to sleep on a hammock there? This is a kidney deficiency indicator. I see this more commonly in men. Many men that have a kidney deficiency, one of the ways you can tonify your kidney is sex. I wish it were not so, but I see this commonly. Look at any pictures of priests that have been busted for abuse of children, and how many of them have this incredible fullness underneath your eyes. Again, it's a kidney deficiency. Sex can be used to tonify the kidney. It actually makes you feel better when you have sex because there's such a weakness in your kidneys. Now, eventually it goes bad. In his case, it did. Cheeks, very sunken cheeks. Lung and large intestine make up what's called the metal element. We know the large intestine is drooped. The cheeks are indented. The emotion of that is despair. I'll just leave it with an ugh comment. It's just kind of sad. You never like people that you watch on television as actors end up doing bad things, and sadly, he made some bad choices.